What's going on, everybody? How is my favorite group of people? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you guys are here, whether you're new or you've been with me for a long time. Again, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Coming up on 2,000 subscribers, so thank you guys very, very much. It's something I never ever thought that was going to be a thing for me, but thank you guys very much. So today, we're going through the watch list for Wednesday, September 28th. I hope you guys are ready for this. There's a ton of really great setups for tomorrow, so stay tuned. We're going to get through all of them. I want to go through a couple things first. The screen that you see in front of you, that's TradingView. So it's a website I use to chart everything that I do. So if you're looking for a platform like this, you can go down below in the description. There's a link for TradingView. So you click on that link, you'll get a free 30-day trial to their subscription-based services. Free for 30 days, no obligation, free for 30 days. And then if you decide that you want to use one of those subscription-based services, if you have clicked on that link, you'll get up to $30 off of the subscription, depending on which subscription you use. I use Pro Plus. Works really well for me. I actually really love TradingView. So if you're looking for something like this, go down below, click on that link, and get your free 30-day trial. Second of all, again, if this stuff is helping you out, please subscribe down below and click that bell. If you click that bell, that's the important part. It gives you the notifications for when I send out these videos, just like this one, every single day. This is the watch list. I send out swing lists, monthly swings, and a crap ton of learning tools. Over 350 videos I have on this channel for you guys to learn to become more profitable and more consistent. Hopefully it's working for you. I know it's worked for a ton of you, and the goal is to have it work for as many people as possible. This is the easiest strategy that you guys will ever come across. A couple more things before we get started. Again, in the description below, there's a link to the Discord. I have a Discord. It's called Griswold Trading. There's a ton of free rooms in there, whether it's options trading, SPY trading, a general trading room, and everything that I offer, free or fee-based, can be found in that Discord. So go down, click the link, join the Discord, get in on the discussion every day about stocks and all kinds of other stuff. And if you're interested with the Griswold Gold membership, you get the live trading bot, the Griswold Strat indicator for TradingView, one-on-ones with me, private group sessions. There's a strat course that I've created that's in there. It's about a 1 hour long course I've put in there for the gold memberships, and then you get the top 5 plays every day. So there's a whole bunch of really great stuff in that Discord in the Griswold Gold memberships, and then you can buy all that stuff separately as well. Last thing I want to talk about, and then we'll get hammering on this list, is the ads. And I know the ads suck. Nobody likes watching them. They're annoying. But those ads keep this stuff free for you guys. So again, thank you guys in advance. And I appreciate you guys letting those ads roll through. It pays for my time to create these videos, which takes me a lot of time to do. It's 2 to 3 hours every night that I spend to set these up and make the videos for you guys. Don't get me wrong. I love doing these videos for you guys, and I will continue to do them. But I appreciate the fact that you guys let these things roll through. And again, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Keep your money in your pocket. Let your education stay free. Okay? Let the advertisers pay for you guys to watch these videos. And then one other thing, I always forget. Anybody who's already donated or sent a super thanks down below, the little heart that you see below with the $sign on the YouTube platform, thank you guys for supporting that and sending that out. So if you think I've helped you in any way and you're looking for a way to donate or show appreciation, that's what that super thanks is for. So thank you guys very much for that, everybody, and anybody who has donated. I thank you guys very, very much. I thank you kindly. And I'm very appreciative for everybody out there, every single one of you who has become part of this community, whether it's the Strat community or the Griswold community, Griswold gang. Thank you guys very much. Bottom of my heart, I truly do appreciate it. Let's get started on this list. So first up, we've got Fubo. So Fubo has a 3-1 setup that's outside bar, inside bar, and these guys, if you notice they're painted white and yellow, the outside bars and the inside bars, that's a Griswold Strat indicator. And it's got a bunch of indicators all wrapped into one, so you only need to have the one indicator. You don't need multiple different indicators within TradingView. You can do one. It's a one-stop shop. It's got this. It's got the time frame continuity right here. It's got Sara STRAT Sniper's 50% rule. It's got the candlestick numbers. All kinds of good stuff to help you guys out in your trading journey. But we have this 3-1 setup. Outside bar, inside bar. It's very rare. It does not happen very often. And essentially, we're just looking at this inside bar, which is, we can call that a shooter candle, actionable signal to the downside. But if we go back in time and look, the last time we had a 3-1 setup, and this you could call a shooter candle, pretty much. We had this trigger, and we had this target, and then we had this target, top of the wick, to fill the gap. So this was a really strong play, and these plays are highly probable. And I'll tell you guys this in every video now, that every risk, every trade, every strategy has risk. And what I mean by that is there's nothing that works 100% of the time. Now, when we're trading a single trade or a strategy in general, we're basing it off of probabilities of what happens based off of what we see. So we have this 3-1 setup, and the candlesticks, and I heard 8x Trades talk about this, and the candlesticks tell a story, and every candlestick tells a story. Now you need to be able to read what that story is and comprehend what it is, and the more you look at this stuff, the easier it'll be. But if we go look at this very quickly, this candlestick it's a shooter candle, so it's an actionable signal. It's saying probability to the downside, and then basically what it's saying is buy me there, and you can sell me. You can take profit at these targets that I'm marking out here. Okay, it's telling you to take profits there, and if you didn't, and if you waited, then you lost. And I can't help you with that. I can help you with helping you to read what the candlesticks are telling you and what story they're trying to tell you. So this was a very successful trade, and we're going to look for the exact same thing to happen on this 3-1 setup. And I know this target isn't great, but this next one down right here that we've got marked out has great magnitude, which all I mean by that is it's got a lot of meat on it, a lot of beef, and the move from the trigger to the target is very, very good. There's a lot of room there, a lot of money to be made, a lot of profit. So it's 378 trigger all the way down to 353. So good setup on Fubo for tomorrow. It can go the other way though, and that's part of the risk. The shooter tells us that it's probably going to go down, but it possibly can go up as well. So we have to be cognizant and conscious of that and how this thing plays out, and make sure we have our stop losses in place. That's the risk management part of it, and that's the important part of it, because our job as a trader is not to make as much money as possible, but it's to manage our risk. So whether that's a 5% win, a 20% win, or a 5% loss, we need to be able to manage every single trade and manage the risk on that trade. It's very, very important. Probably the most important part of trading, and it has a lot to do with psychology, which I talk about. A lot of that I talk about my one-on-ones with people, but I also talk a lot about that stuff just in general, because I think it's really important. About trading, the psychology is one of the most important parts. I know I'm rambling on. I know I'm not getting to this list. Let's get on. We'll move on to Apple. Apple's got a 2-up, finished red. And interesting thing here, I've started swing trading. I swung Dollar Tree. I took profits at, I think it was 23% today on a swing trade with Dollar Tree. So I didn't hold it. I had 2-week expiry, but I took it because I have a tough time holding overnight. But I took it yesterday. I held overnight, made some money, and I'm good with that 23%. I'll take that all day. Apple, we're going to look to go 2 down as well on the week. So we're going to look to go 2 down on the day. That's our trigger at 149.95. And if we trigger, we've got one target here, and then our next target is this red line here. And that, guys, is the trigger to go 2 down on the week. So I'm hoping that if we trigger on the daily, we trigger on the weekly. And if we do trigger on the daily, again, that's something that you can take a little bit longer with. You don't need to sell the same day. You can hold it a little longer, and that's, again, comes down to your risk management, but see if we can trigger that weekly as well, which is very, very probable, especially with the news that came out. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, just go check Twitter. It's a little bit about how their production on their new phones and how it's not as anticipated as it thought it was. So go check that out on Twitter. There's a bunch of tweets about it, and a lot of people are anticipating Apple will go down. But again, a lot of times when we get news, it doesn't always work in our favor, and this thing might just go up. Stocks are strange that way. Let's go on to Walmart. So Walmart, again, we called this one out on the watch list the other day, so yesterday. So I said this was a 2-down green. We were going to look for this to trigger to the upside right here. It triggered, and it went up and it hit targets. So a 1 winning trade here on Walmart. We're going to look for it to do it again. We're going to look for this to go 2 down, 2 up, 2 down on the day. Puts at 130.36 and really great magnitude down to this 128.29 range. We'll see how Walmart plays out on Wednesday morning. Move on to AMC. AMC inside bars, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, my inside bars. I love these things, okay? My full-timers, people who know me, who've been following me, you know about the inside bars. For anybody who's new, let's discuss these inside bars. And while we're talking about this, guys, please go click on the thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up and comment down below if you think this is good stuff. If you think it's crappy, let me know. I don't care, but let me know so I can fix it for you guys. But thumbs up are appreciated. Also hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Let's go through this inside bar. Okay, guys, newcomers, inside bars. They don't break the high. They don't break the low of the previous candle. They stay within this range. It's a tightening range. It's a consolidation candle. They don't know, the bears, the bulls, they don't know which way this thing is going to go. Nobody knows which way they're going to take it. When you see this yellow candle, the Griswold Strat indicator painted yellow candle, I want you to think of a spring being tightened and loaded. And every time I say this to you guys, I take my hands and I squish them together. And think about that thing just tightening, tightening, tightening. And then when you let go of it, it explodes to one direction or the other. And we've got good magnitude to both sides of this thing, to the bottom side, to the top side. And we're going to look for this thing to explode. And we can go back in time, as I always do. I like to go back to look at how previous inside bars played out. Now, the last time we had one here, look, inside bar, trigger, hit targets, and further targets back, but I'm not going to go mark it out. Here's another one. We triggered, hit targets. Here's another one. Triggered, hit targets. Here's another one. Triggered, hit targets. Here's another one. We triggered, we didn't hit targets, but we made some profit. Here's another one. Triggered, and all the way up. So high probability plays. And that's why me and OG Trades both tell any newcomers to play inside bars. They're the easiest to find. You can play both sides. And I think it's just the easiest setup. It's an actionable signal, and it's an easy setup for newcomers to play on. So if we go to the downside, we've got full time frame continuity with puts at 698, or we can take calls on this one at 750. We'll move on to plug power, PLUG. Plug power, inside bar, shooter candle. And this is another one of those 3-1 setups. So we can take calls at 2294. I'd like to see this thing go to the downside with puts at 2183 on the shooter inside bar candle. Uber is up next, 2 up red. Great time frame continuity. Puts at 2714. First targets marked out at 2680. Let's go on to the Twitterverse. Twitter, inside bar preceded by this big outside bar that gave us an outside week. Crossed above, crossed below. We're on an outside week. Now we have this inside bar hammer candle. Nice time frame continuity to the upside. And this is great magnitude to the top side, and it's great magnitude to the bottom side. So there's plenty of room for profit on this thing. I'm not sure either one of these gets tagged tomorrow, meaning the target. So we can look for calls at 42.18, puts at 41.28. Very interested to see how Twitter plays out on Wednesday. Moderna has an inside bar preceded by this outside bar. So another 3-1 setup, powerful, rare pattern. Shooter candle on the inside bar. If we head down, we've got full time frame continuity. We can look for puts at 120.28 and calls at 125.16. We'll move on to Pfizer, PFE. Pfizer had this double inside bar today. And again, we went through this one on our review video. And it did exactly. And again, I tell you guys, you need to be able to read what the candlesticks are telling you. I'm going to show you this real quick again. Inside bar. There was the trigger. Right? Look at this target. Look at this target. Top of the inside bar, wicked above and down. If you didn't take your profits here, I don't know what to tell you. But these two candlesticks, these two inside bars, told you exactly what was going to happen. Triggers, targets. You need to be able to read them. You need to be able to take your profit when you hit them. Okay? Most important part, take your profits and have your stop losses in the right spots. So, let's move on to the current one now. We went 2 up, finished red. We are going to look for a 2 up, 2 down reversal. So we're looking for a trigger for puts at 43.74. First target at 43, looks like 67, and then the next one just slightly down at 43.58. Wouldn't be a high play for me just because those targets aren't in great spots. I like to have a little bit more meat on them. Roblox, 2 up, finished red. We're going to look for puts at 36.07. Magnitude down to 35.46 for first targets. UPST, 2 up, red, shooter candle or inverse hammer. Puts at 21 bucks even. First targets at 20.75. AFRM, 2 up, finished red. And again, we had the same candle on Tuesday. This candle right here. And we looked for it to trigger down. It didn't. It went up. And that's just what happens. So we're going to look for the exact same thing tomorrow or on Wednesday. We're going to look for this trigger at 19.13, and the targets are marked out for you down below. CRM has an inside bar, so calls at 150.61. Puts at, what are we at on puts? 146.19 on the puts for CRM. DDOG, Datadog, inside bar, calls 89.59, puts 86.72. DocuSign, DOCU, has an inside bar. If we trend down, we've got full time frame continuity down. Calls at 54.10, puts at 52.01. Lululemon has higher premiums, but if you have a bigger account, it's perfect for you to jump in on. Puts at 294.31 with this 2 up red, also known as RevStrat 1. 2 up, 2 down reversal RevStrat. Targets at 291.94. Chewy has an inside bar. Calls at 33.71, puts at 31.92. Etsy, ETSY. Etsy's got an inside bar preceded by this outside bar. So another 3-1 setup. Let's go back and look at this 3-1 setup that we've got here and see if we can find another one. We'll look for the gold painted bars, part of the Griswold Strat indicator. My wife's opening the back door. It's not a haunted video. 3-1 setup. This is how rare they are, guys. I can't find another one. I cannot find another 3-1 setup. And I find them based off of the gold bar. There we go. We have to go all the way back to November of 21. Over a year ago. Or not quite a year ago, I guess. 3-1 setup. Look at. And this is the power of the 3-1 setup. Outside bar, inside bar. Look what happens. Triggered. The candlestick told us. If I trigger here, you can buy me. And if I hit targets, you can sell me. Well, they didn't hit targets. But if you hop down to a smaller time frame to manage your trades, like you should be, you would have got out of this trade with profit. Okay? So another winning trade. You just have to do what the candlesticks are telling you to do. So that was Etsy on that 3-1 setup. We'll move on to Lucid, LCID, 2 up red, puts at 14.16. NVIDIA, 2 up red, full time frame down, puts at 122.58. Peloton has this 3-1 setup that's rare, and there's a bunch of them for Wednesday. So we'll see how they play out. We'll look at them on the review video on Wednesday night. So calls at 8.78, puts at 8.06. PayPal, 3-1 setup. This would be on a top 5 for me, guys. There's good magnitude either side. So calls at 87.67, puts at 84.56. Tesla, Myesla, 2 up, finish red. We're going to look for puts at 277.66. This is a high premium play, so for bigger accounts only. And realistically, if we're looking at this, guys, Apple is going to be on one of my top 5s, and I'd take Walmart as well. So that's the list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Subscribe down below. Click the bell and get in on that Discord. The link is down below. Same with your free TradingView subscription for 30 days. Go check that out as well. And good luck, guys. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you're green on Wednesday. Get in on the Discord. Join us. Let's learn and earn together. And we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.